All right, section 7-2, we're going to discuss something called complementary and supplementary angles. I am going to be using these notes. Again, you can write them on there, or if you don't have those, just put them in your notebooks. We're going to start down here again. Two angles are complementary angles when the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. Okay. Two angles are supplementary angles when the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. So the first thing here that you need to be aware of is you need to be able to remember complementary is 90, supplementary is 180. The way I do this is ABC order. C comes before S in the ABC order, 90 comes before 180. So complementary is 90, supplementary is 180. Okay. So if we come up here, what you do with these is we can tell whether an angle is complementary or supplementary, then we can solve for how many degrees the angle is. So in this one, I see that these two angles, okay, which are adjacent because they are sharing that side, they add up to this 90 degrees. If they add up to 90 degrees, that is complementary. So go ahead and label it as complementary, and I'm just going to write comp. You should write it all out. That means it has to add up to 90 degrees. So the one angle is 10x, the other angle is 30. Now again, we are going to be using our solving equation steps. We want to solve for the 10x, so we're going to do the inverse. We're going to subtract the 30 from both sides. That leaves us with 10x equals 90 minus 30, which is 60. We need x alone, so we're going to get rid of the 10. This is a coefficient and a variable, so instead we're going to divide by 10. That leaves us with x equals 6 degrees. Okay, so this one angle would be 60 degrees, and then this angle is 30 degrees. All right, on the next one, we see that these angles are adjacent and they're forming a straight line. Just as we talked about before, this measure is 180 degrees. If it's 180 degrees when we add these two together, it is not the first one in ABC order, but the second one. So these are supplementary angles, and I'm just going to put sup for short. Now we're going to add this angle, so the 4x plus 40, plus this angle over here, which is 3x, and that's going to equal the 180 degrees. Now, from solving equations that we've done previously, we're going to put these two like terms together. So 4x plus 3x is 7x, plus the 40, and it equals 180 degrees. Now, we're going to solve for the x, so let's get rid of the 40 first. So we're going to do the inverse, which is subtract both sides. That leaves us with 7x equals 140. Now I want x alone, so I'm going to divide both sides by that 7. And that leaves x is 20 degrees, which means this angle would be 3 times 20, so 60 degrees. And then this angle, 4 times 20 is 80, and 80 plus 40, so this angle is 120 degrees. Okay. Now, one of the word problems that you could see is something like this. Find the value of x needed to hit the ball in the hole. So here's the ball, and they're going to hit it off the wall and shoot it in. These angles all together, okay, this one's adjacent to this one, this one's adjacent to this one. We know this is a straight line, So this is 180 degrees. So all of this together is going to be the 180 degrees. Okay? If it's 180 degrees, we know it would have, these are supplementary angles. So we're going to take the x plus the 79 plus the x, right? That'll equal 180 degrees. We're going to combine our like terms. So x plus x is 2x plus 79 equals 180. Now, we're going to get rid of the 79, so we're going to subtract 79 from both sides. That leaves us with 2x equals 101. We want x alone, so we're going to divide both sides by the 2. And that leaves us with x equals 50.5 degrees. And you don't forget the degree mark. So that means this is 50.5, this is also 50.5. And then this one here is 79 degrees. Okay, so that is complementary and supplementary angles. C comes first in the alphabet, so it's 90 degrees. S comes second, so it's 180 degrees.